morning, guys. Welcome to another video. Today, I'm gonna drink coffee. This is an ice shaken espresso with some vanilla and then also cardamom and cinnamon. It's quite good. Anyways, today we are going to talk about how I edit my photos. More specifically, how I edit them in certain ways. I have my, I'm sure if you guys have seen my Instagram or my website, you guys will see my editing style. High contrast, really bright poppy colors. That's how I like it. Honestly, I could like it like that just because I am partially colorblind. That's just the way I see it and the way colors look to me. But I think it looks really good. And then I also have the Peter McKinnon, Julia Trotti, the other side of me where I enjoy film. And I have some film things that I add grain, I desaturate colors like that, and they each have their spot and their purpose in photography. And we're gonna kind of give you a deeper insight on what I think those two sides of photography have: the high contrast, nice pop colors, and then the filmic, less saturated colors have their spot in photography and why you should use them and when you really shouldn't use them. So if you guys want to, down in the description below, my presets are down there. The bright and poppy, my normal presets, is called the focus set, and then the more filmic is called the film set. The bright and poppy part of me kind of comes from a photographer, Tronos Photos. He's an amazing photographer, and he kind of taught me a lot about bright poppy contrast, along with North Borders. He does a mix of both, but they both look amazing. And let's bring you over here and talk a little bit more about this. Let's go. Okay, so we got you guys a little bit closer. The most important thing that you want for editing photos, color grading photos, especially when I come home from a long day, especially engagement shoots, wedding shoots, you're gonna need some good music. So pull up your music and get your music going. Let's see. Let's do this playlist here. Anywho, get your music going and think about it. Oh, also, this song that just came up, Beautiful As You, greatest song ever made. Anyways, let's move on to some photos. So I'm going to select a couple images here that I think are worthy of going over. Okay guys, so we did a little intro. I got all of my photos chosen. We are going to dive a little bit deeper into here, and let's start looking at these things. So starting off, we're going to start with this Porsche 911 Turbo S. Now, this photo is raw like this. This was edited with my filmic set. Why did I do a filmic set for a Porsche? This is a newer Porsche, a 2021 911 Turbo S. Now, aside from the car, which is one of my favorite cars, I prefer these in a more filmic set just because of Porsche, to me, at least to me, this is my opinion, is a more sophisticated and higher end bougie man car. Like, I'm going to the golf course in a 911 Turbo S. So if we did a film with the focus sets, for example, like this one here, it looks really good. Now if I were to just bring down our vibrance just scotch here, bring down some saturation a little bit because that was way too bright, that looks good. So before, after, it looks good, but I just think that film, in this case, even like this, this is the focus set 1. If we just bring this down just a little bit to like -19, add in a little bit more black here, and then also we add this grain in and just make it a little bit more pronounced, I think it looks better like that. I think it just brings out the just the refinement of a Turbo S, and it just looks better. If you think the focus set and the more vibrant looks better, let me know in the comments below. Again, these are my opinions, and I don't need you to agree with me, and I do want to know your opinions. So moving on, I took this photo yesterday after a giant hailstorm. We have these beautiful, beautiful little foggy layers over here, and this I edited with my focus set. Now that's like the before. Here's the before. I shoot raw, so these aren't going to be very color deep, but once you bring in some things like this, they look amazing. This is the focus set one. So if we just bring up exposure, just scotch here, bring a little bit contrast down, I think this looks just pristine. In terms of how I like my landscapes, I want my landscapes to look as natural and as real as possible. So that's why I do this. They look good in film. There is a spot in place for film landscapes when you have a lot of deep textures and deep things that you want to bring the textures out more. And if you don't have a lot of cool colors or, for example, fog, you want to make the photo interesting through something else. I think the film scene is perfect for it. But in my opinion, I want to have these looking as natural and how God made them. So if we bring it up to a film set, this looks good. But it doesn't look as good as the focus set and where we get into more deep, rich colors. I think for this one, the film set 6 would work a little bit better, or even 3. 3 looks quite good, honestly. If I were to do a film from one of my presets, I think the film set 3 would be one of them. It does bring out some nice colors and it looks nice. I think it's just too desaturated for what I like. That could be a me thing, but to me, this just looks better. Even if you do like 56% on the focus set and just bring it down a little bit, that looks really, really good. So after that little yap sesh, we're going to move on here to a Corvette tire. Now, this is a Z06 Corvette that was at a Corvette rally slash car meet here in Spearfish, South Dakota. Well, I'm in Deadwood, South Dakota, but Spearfish, South Dakota is where I shot this. The reason I'm wanting to show you this is because of all of these vibrant colors. I mean, we have deep reds, we have deep yellows, as you can tell. And then we have deep blacks and grays, and the texture in this is just majestic. So this is the before, and this is the after. I mean, you can see visually how important color grading is, because if you were to just see this photo, it's like, yeah, it's a good photo. But when you add colors and you add in shadow, stuff like that, it looks amazing. One of my favorite presets is the focus set 1, and we use the focus set 1 here. This is completely stock focus set. I didn't touch anything in here. If we come up to film, it looks good. It brings out a little bit more just texture and stuff like that, but I think when you're working with newer cars, you do need to let the new car shine and bring out some of those colors. So I'd say we bring up blacks a little bit just so we can get like some more of this tire. I'd say somewhere in this range, maybe a little bit less, and then maybe bring out our highlights a little bit. But I think that's how I would color grade it. In terms of the newer cars, I do want to bring some of the more deep, rich colors of a new car out. Aside from Porsche, I know you guys are gonna come and be like, Porsche is a new car. Yes, it is, but in my opinion, I think Porsches have their own little section. I will show you guys a Porsche photo that I edited with some vibrant colors. But moving on to a black and white here. So this is also at the car meet. First off, can we appreciate the bokeh of this 85mm? Like, that's beautiful. Anyways, this was edited with the focus set as well. However, this is one of the more filmic black and white of the focus set. So the focus set, if you want to pick it up, has 6 presets and 2 of them are black and white. You can take them out of black and white and you can make them into color and they're going to be a little bit more filmy, but I think if you leave them in black and white, they look amazing. So this is the before. Not a great photo. This is just one of my classic photos. You guys have seen this a bajillion times. In fact, you're about to see it in the next photo. Half of the car headlights. But when you bring it into black and white, since this is an old Corvette, it's a beautiful old Corvette and just white, Black and white, first off, makes it look amazing. It just pops. It stands out to you. Like when you see this photo, it's like, oh, yeah, that's a white Corvette that stands out. In color, it kind of just blends into everything, and it's not there. With this, you bring out some of the textures and you bring out some of the personality of this vehicle. If we were to do the focus set like that, that would look good. That would look good. But in my opinion, I think that old cars deserve the love that they need, and they should either be, black and white or in film. If we come up to some of the film ones, these look really good as well, but I prefer the black and white version of it. This looks really good. Film set 2 looks really good on it. But so moving on to one where I am being hypocritical, this was edited with the focus set. This is an old, I want to say he said it was a 1970 Dodge truck that he's had for a long time. But I edited this with the focus set and not a film set because of one certain thing. Because of the color of this car. The color of this truck I wanted to shine through, and it's a beautiful truck. I mean, to most people it's not beautiful, but as a photographer perspective, if we just zoom in here, we can see this rust here and the wires coming out through the dirt, everything like that. And I wanted to let that speak through so we could see it and we could really appreciate the depreciation of this truck. That doesn't make sense, but to me it does. Anyways, come up to films, it looks good, but I really wanted to bring out the colors of this. I wanted to draw the attention to just the truck and just the personality of it. In my opinion, things like this where you have a truck or a car that has so much personality, not in terms of the car itself, but in terms of like what it's been through. If it is muddy, it's dirty, it's got a big crack in it, carbon fiber is missing, there's a fender missing. I do want to see that shine through, just because it's a unique thing that you don't see every day. This is a unique thing that you see every day, so I think the focus set works well for this. If you guys have any qualms with that, let me know in the comments below. Come after me. Anyways, here we go. Little baby picture. This is little baby category. So this photo here, 85mm f2, obviously, but this was a shot using the focus set. So this is the raw preset. This preset is the focus set. The way I made the focus set one, the first preset in the list is mainly a portrait, a deep portrait preset. I made it to where you would be able to bring out rich tones, rich skin color, colors of the clothes you're wearing. I know when I'm doing seniors, they end up wearing nice, pretty pink and purple and blue dresses, and that shows their personality. Your personality shines through in what you wear, and I wanted to bring that out with this. So as you can see, her onesie just brings it out. It becomes a nice, beautiful, pinkish, grayish color, pinkish tan color, and you can see her eyes as well. Those deep baby blue eyes, no pun intended. But I mean, we can just see they're gorgeous. Anyways, focus set one. The final photo here is of my brother at a rodeo. This was edited with the focus set just because I wanted to show you guys a portrait, and it brings out those nice, rich skin colors. I think it looks really, really good. So moving on here, we'll walk through a couple more photos of just another example that I was looking for. Let's see. Well, these two here I edited with my film set, and I love how they came out. They look really, really good. Like they do look pretty. Like for example, the film set one, I think it looks good in the film, just because of what she's wearing, and I wanted to bring out those textures in the jeans, and it just looks good. Anyways, moving on. Let's look for one more photo. This one. This is the one I was looking for. I want to bring your attention to how you should edit studio portrait photos. Now, I'll go through two of these, but studio portrait photos need to be left basically untouched. This is basically untouched. Look at my edits. There is basically nothing. There's some reds and exposure. Nothing has been touched. If we come up to these things and go the focus at 1, for example, it makes it way too unnatural. When you're using studio lights, the biggest thing is to keep everything natural. Like, look at that. It's deep. It doesn't look real. But as you come away from it, it looks really good. I am a studio portrait photographer here at Woody's Wild West, Old Time Photos down in Deadwood, South Dakota. And some of these photos were taken there. When you're editing things like this where you're using an off-camera flash, in my opinion, you don't need heavy color grading. I enjoy heavy color grading. I'm a color grader at heart, but in certain things, color grading just needs to be left alone and leave it in its natural form. Same with this one. This is left in its natural form. There's no edits to it and it looks amazing. The off-camera flashes that I use, even when I'm doing senior portraits, weddings, stuff like that, bring out your natural skin colors already, and just how they flash light in the Kelvin that I set them to, and it works perfectly. So that's basically it. The final car photo I wanted to show you is this Porsche. This Porsche obviously is not film. This is a Porsche GT3. It has beautiful carbon fiber right here if we didn't notice that. But this was done on the Focus Set 1. Now, I just told you guys that I like Porsches in film. Are you guys confused already? The reason I make decisions like this is purely opinionated. Because of the deep yellow of the car, because of the deep greens of the leaves that I framed it with, I think that deep colors bring out the colors of this car. So the Focus at 1, let's work on this. We're going to bring up some exposure here. I'm going to bring down shadows, bring up highlights, and bring out some of these whites. And that there is basically what I would be happy with if we just like that. So before, after, it's not that big of a difference. It just brings out the colors more. If we would go from there to a film, like the film set 1, this doesn't look natural at all. The way it's lit, there's no heavy shadows on it. No heavy lighting on it, no sun. It's in the shadows. This looks better, heavily vibrant, and to stand out. So I hope you guys are as confused as I am. Basically what I'm getting at is color grading is your individual thing. If you think it looks good, it looks good. If it doesn't look good, then you probably did something wrong. If you don't like the photo that you took, then just get over it. Take more. And the main thing that I'm trying to get to you is color grading is an opinionated thing. Don't let someone else say that, oh, you're a horrible photographer, I hate how you color grade. Well, that's your opinion. I've had a lot of people look at my photos, look through my portfolio, tell me that I need to not color grade, I need to leave them in their raw file. That's their opinion, and if you want to leave things in your raw file, they look amazing. You can take some really good photos and not even touch them. But in my opinion, the use of Adobe Lightroom and what we have in this 21st century is amazing. And we need to use it, and we need to use what we have to our best of our ability to create the best images we can. If you guys want to pick up any of these presets, they're going to be in the description below at the Focusonthephoto.com. And if you want to see any more of my photos, they're all there, and you can scroll through them and try to find some you like. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like in the comments below. If you want to see more photography related things, stuff like that, let me know. I'm working a lot on my photography and videography, stuff like that. So I'm always going on photo shoots, trying to get some BTS of those, but just get so busy when you're out there shooting, forget to put on a GoPro or anything like that. So as always, God bless y'all, peace, and Mucho Besos. I just took the thing off. One more thing. As, one more thing. As much as I love these mics, and they do sound good, they keep audio crispy, they're annoying. They're annoying. I use the Rode mics as well. They're just annoying to put on. I hate putting them on my hand. I hate putting them on my shirts. If you guys have a good mic for a camera, like a good good shotgun mic. This is a lavalier mic. We have a good shotgun mic. I've been looking at the Rode ones. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much, because this is annoying just putting it on my hand and stuff. I know you've seen it. Anyways, it's also big and bulky. Anyways, good night. See you.